everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brianna, and this is For Pause in a Book. I make book and lifestyle related content, so if that's something that you're interested in, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below. Today, I'm going to be doing a end of the year TBR tag while filling up a TBR card. Okay, so this tag was created by Margaret over at The Word Nerd. I will have that video linked down below somewhere. It'll be somewhere. And I'm going to be doing this a little bit differently than she did it. She kind of just did it like as a tag video, but in a way to build her actual TBR. I'm going to do it a little bit differently because I don't build TBRs like for each month until I go to place categories, and I have no idea what's going to be on that. And generally, if I like make a TBR, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. So basically what I'm going to do is fill this card up with books that are based on these prompts that are books that I really want to read this year. So they may not all get read. I plan on filling this cart up. So I'm not going to pick like one book per prompt. My goal is to then pick from this cart first when I go to place categories. If that makes any sense. Maybe to make that even better, I should put in some prompts in my categories that are just TBR cart. Just, giving myself a little bit of a break there. So let's do this. I have the tags or the questions pulled up. I have watched Margaret's video, but I was paying attention, but I wasn't paying attention in the sense that I was trying to answer the questions for myself when I was listening or watching it. So I'm not sure what these questions are. So we're just going to go with it. I'm just going to kind of let the books speak to me. And if they want to be on this cart, they will get on this cart. And that's just how we're going to do it, okay? The first question is a new release that you need to read by the end of the year. So I am going to definitely add 2 to this. Actually, one of them's already on the cart. It's fine. We might add more, but we're just gonna go with it for the first 2 because these are obvious ones. So we've got Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Boulley, which is going to be the November pick for the Avengers Initiative Reading Challenge. So that one's got to be, a new release that's been added. Then we've got Ace of Spades, but this is going to be the December pick for the Avengers Initiative Reading Challenge. Okay, so those are 2 that are definitely that they need to go on to. The other one that I definitely want to get to is The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. This is the 3rd book in the Kiss Quotient, and then what was the second one? You know what I'm talking about. I don't know much about it, but it was this month's Book of the Month pick, and it's definitely one that I want to get to. That's a good number. That's a good 3 books for that first question. Cool. All right, and the next question is, what is a book that you want to reread? I don't know if there are any that I want to reread this year, but let's take a look. Okay, for this one, we're going to go with The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This was one of my favorite books of last year, and it would be fun to tab and annotate this copy, this specific copy, because I read my US edition of it, my Book of the Month edition, and I got this one later on after I had already read it, and this is just stunning, so I would love to have some tabs along it too, so that's one. I don't have a list of books that I really want to reread. So we'll see. The next question is, what is a series that you would like to continue? I am already reading King of Scars. That's already on my August TBR. And I would imagine that Rule of Wolves will come after that. But I don't have a physical copy of that, so it can't go on my cart. There are a couple, though. So I'm currently reading Clockwork Angel, and so I would like to continue that with Clockwork Prince being the next book in that, and I did actually just purchase Clockwork Princess, so that one should be here in a week or so. So I have hardcover editions of them. I actually got a collector's first edition of Clockwork Princess as well. So then I'll have the whole the beautiful covers in that series. So that one. I also would like to go back and read Shadow and Bone. I didn't. I skipped this first trilogy and went straight to Six of Crows because Six of Crows was for a reading project, like for a secret TBR project. And so I just kind of skipped to it. So I would like to continue on and read, like, I guess it's not really continuing on. I guess it's like going backwards. So that's fine. We're still going to count it. Another series I need to continue is the Ravenswood series. So this is book 2. This is Untouchable by Talia Hibbert. This follows A Girl Like Her, which is one of the ones that I read last year. And I definitely want to continue on with this. I've read the first one and then the novella that goes in between 1 and 2. So now this is my next one. Okay, physically, I think that that's all of them. I have a couple of e-arcs that I do want to continue that are like sequels to books that I would really like to read. But as far as physical books, that's all I got for right now. The next question is, what is a book that you'd like to buddy read? Of course, my group books for Avengers will definitely be buddy reads. So that's definitely going to happen. I think Clockwork Prince is technically a buddy read because Christine and I are reading Clockwork Angel right now. So she's like rereading it for the umpteenth time probably. And I'm reading it for the first time. So those are all buddy reads. And then there's one more that actually is happening this month. Well, probably happening this month. And that is Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelis. And this is a book that I'm trying to add to my August TBR for reasons that involve a boss battle. And the fact that it has a lot of red on the cover. But I think I'm going to be buddy reading this with Rye from Rye's Reading Corner. Because she had put this on her unread list and was asking for buddy reads. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. The next question is, what is an age category or genre that's different from what you usually read? Let's see here. I am not going to put any historical fiction on here. Mostly because I don't have any upstairs. Oh, you know what? I have one. I do have one. It's not necessarily like really historical, but the final revival of Opal and Neb by Donnie Walton is like, I think it takes place in the 60s, early 70s. I was close. So it's kind of sort of historical fiction, and that's definitely not a genre that I read a lot, but we'll go with it. And then I want to put on a couple of nonfiction books because I have not read many nonfiction at all this year. So let's put a couple of them on here. I have a few that I definitely want to read. I'm not talking to the camera. It's fine. So we've got Disfigured by Amanda Leduc. And this is a nonfiction book about disability in fairy tales and fiction in general. And I did find the audiobook on Scribd for this. So it's definitely like, that's kind of bumped it up higher up on my TBR because it is, while it's a short book, it's like pretty dense. And as a nonfiction book, like it would get, I don't want to say it's going to be dry because I don't think it will be. I think it's going to be really good information, but me and my brain, we don't get along with nonfiction that well, but we do in audio form. So that's where we're going to go with that one. And then we also have Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race. And this is a book that I picked up recently. And it's definitely one that I want to read and do some more like self-discovery and research and stuff like that on how to be a better ally. So it's definitely something that I want to read more of, that topic. There are a couple of other ones that I have my eye on, but that's the only physical book that I have right now. Let's add one more, and I'm going to add a middle grade, and that's Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. This is going around like crazy around BookTube, and it's one that I picked up like because of the hype, but I haven't read really any middle grade this year, and the ones that I have read have been like subpar, so I'm hoping this one will be a lot better. Okay, the next question is, what is a book from a previous TBR that you still want to read? Like basically one that you put on a TBR and then didn't read. I'm actually like pretty good about sticking in my TBRs because I do categories, and so unless I swap it out, but if I swap it out, it's generally because I don't want to read it. I'm trying to think of like one that I actually still wanted to read. Can't think of one. However, I did put The Passing Playbook by Isaac Fitzsimmons on my Olympic-a-thon at TBR, and then did not read nearly as much as I thought I was going to for that week because I was trying to prep for Veda, get all that last minute stuff done, and so I didn't get to this one. So I guess by default, this one's on here. Okay, the next question is, what is a book that you have recently acquired or recently hauled? I have lots of those, so we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to add a bunch of them to here. First off, we have These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. This is the October book for the Avengers Initiative Reading Challenge, but I did just recently haul this one. Then we have The People We Keep by Allison Larkin. This was last month's book of the month, but I didn't pick it up until this month. And it's just so aesthetically pleasing. I cannot stop taking pictures of this book. So definitely want to pick this one up. And it just seems so summery. And I don't know, it's just pretty. I'm 90% sure it's also queer. It does take place in the 90s too, which is a Captain Marvel. I think it's the 90s. Yeah, 1994. This is definitely going to get read because that is a prompt for Captain Marvel that I still need to find. We have The Chain by Adrienne McKenty. This is a thriller. I have had terrible luck with thrillers this whole year. And this is about a family whose child gets kidnapped, and then in order to get their child back, they have to kidnap another kid and then convince their parents to kidnap another kid. It's like, it's a chain. Get it? And I've heard mixed things, but I'm hopeful. I think that might be it. The next question is, what is a book that's on your physical TBR? And like, all of these are technically on my physical TBR, so like that doesn't really count. But I am going to use this question to put the rest of my 5-star predictions on here for that, the video that came out earlier this week, or last week. I will put the card up there. So I'm going to put the other 3 because King of Scars is on my August TBR. That was a 5-star prediction. We already put Where Dreams Descend. So now we have People We Meet on Vacation. I hope you get this message. And Project Hail Mary. So, they're my 5-star predictions, so I definitely want to read them. They're definitely ones that I'm excited about. All right, and then the last question is, what is a book that you have previously DNF'd? And I don't think I have any, actually, because I think that if I DNF'd it, I was done with it. Like, I'm not starting it again. I'm trying to think of the books that I have DNF'd recently, and I already unhauled Final Girls. Like, I'm done with that one. I'm not going to re-pick up The Maidens because of all of the reviews that started coming out. And those are the most recent books that I, like, DNF'd. So I don't have any desire to put those on this cart. So there's that. I'm trying to think of if there's anything else on here that I want to add. And I don't think there is. I think we did pretty good. I might do a little bit of organization here, but you can see it. I have, like, I don't have any in, like, behind these. You can't really see this, but this is as close as we're gonna get. We only have one row, one layer, so I don't have the back of this also filled. And so we have a full top and then most of a second row. I could probably fit like 2 more books on here. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. And then I think I'm going to leave this bottom shelf of the cart for books that I've recently hauled, because those are also books that I'm really excited about, but I like to separate out my books that I've hauled. So that then, like, I can do a haul and then put them away, that knowing that I've hauled them. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So anyway, I'm not going to tag anybody, because I don't know who's already done this. But if you would like to do it, feel free. You are tagged. I'm going to leave Margaret's down below, or Margaret's original video down below, but I also do have all the questions down here. So that's all I got. If you would like to tell me which of these books I should absolutely pick up immediately, let me know down in the comments below. If you're not feeling chatty, go ahead and put a star emoji. I don't know. That's just what we're feeling today. And if you are new here and you have not yet subscribed, there's a little red button that you can do so down below the video, and all of the other links to my social media will be in the description below if you would like to be my friend on any other platform. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.